What up, what up? We are back, NFL Week 6 predictions. It is time. And we didn't do too bad. We did not do too bad at all. We came in with a 9-5 record. So not bad, not the 10, not the 13 dubs I had last week, not the 10 that we're always hoping for. But just short, 9-5. Hey, that bumps us up to 47-31 on the year. So, hey, that's pretty good. I don't know the percentage off the top of my head. Probably should have done that before I started this video. But I'll take it. I'll take it. But you know week 6 is going to be crazy. We only got the Packers and the Steelers on a bye. Both teams need to really figure out their offense. So it's probably good for them to take a seat this week. But we've got everybody else. 30 of the 32 teams playing. And, hey, I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. Got to do this while... going to football practices and stuff like that. So, we got to do what we got to do. So, let's just hop right into it. We've got Thursday night football coming up, a division rivalry. The Broncos, the Chiefs, and the Broncos are bad. The Broncos are really bad. Lost the Jets. They barely beat the Bears. Just nothing about them looks good. Obviously, some tension now between Russ and Sean Payton. There might be a new running back. Parade had himself a day, but it doesn't matter. The Chiefs are going to win this football game and continue their dominance over Denver. Ravens, Titans, both teams coming off tough losses. Tough because I feel like both teams should have won their game and didn't. Ravens are in, this game is in London, and the Ravens are deciding to be in London all week to prep for it. Man, they just got to limit those drops, limit those mistakes. I think they'll do that. I think they'll take care of business. I still just don't trust the Titan offense, and their defense isn't great either. The Ravens offense is going to be able to make more plays because, let's be honest, the Steelers offense is pretty horrible, but their Steelers defense, now that's a sight. We like watching them play. TJ Watt is a menace. There's just too much good to say about the Steel Curtain again. So the Titans obviously aren't that. So we're going to give this one to Baltimore, and we're going to move on to another easy game, Panthers-Dolphins. Panthers are the only 0-5 team now, the only winless team. It's ugly. It's all been ugly, and the Dolphins have looked explosive on offense. A few turnovers here and there that they got to cut down, and the Panthers defense isn't one to make them give that up either. So we're going to take the Dolphins and move on. Saints, Texans. Texans put up a battle. I like what I saw from C.J. Stroud. The Saints also put up a big game, beating the Patriots by 34. The Saints are looking good. They're clicking. They're firing on all cylinders, it looks like at this point. And I just expect them to get better and better. Now, this is no hate towards the Texans and C.J. Stroud. Their team's just a little bit lagging behind. I mean, they were the number 2 pick in the draft for a reason. C.J. Stroud's great, right? Don't get me wrong, Will Anderson. I'm doing a fine year as well. The Saints are just still better. Commanders, Falcons. Again, 2 teams that I really never know about. Very, very mediocre. Both of them are. And I feel like both of them kind of have some swagger to play with this week. I mean, the Falcons found themselves getting a win last week, but it was in a scrap with the Texans we just mentioned. Commanders lost to the Bears by 20. So for pride's sake, I think the Commanders are going to come out swinging. I don't think I've ever seen the Falcons put 2 games in a row together so far this year. Have we? And so I'm going to take the Commanders in this one. Just a few more consistency, really. A little bit more consistency. And you guys know how much I love that. From the Commanders offense, they have an identity, which, of course, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is something I harped on the Falcons on in my last video. Go check it out. We just need to see what the Falcons are really doing and what they're made of. I could see this game going either way, but I'm going to take the Commanders. Colts and Jags. Colts, we're probably going to be missing Anthony Richardson. Gardner Minshew is having a great year still. Don't even sleep on him one bit. But the Jags really put it together against the Bills in London. It makes me think, which I've thought a couple times already this year, that, hey, they're in it. They're legit now, and they're going to just keep rolling. They also are a team that really haven't put 2 weeks together. But I expect that to turn around. The Colts just aren't a opposing threat. I think they'll be able to shut the running game down of Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor. And probably not shut it down, but slow it down better than the Titans were able to do last week. Seahawks and Bengals. Bengals beat one NFC West opponent last week and got on track. Jamar Chase going for nearly 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Joe Burrow seemed to find his rhythm, looked a little bit more mobile as well. And the Seahawks keep doing their thing. They keep doing their thing, but I'm going to take the Bengals because I'm really hoping that they have a turnaround now after I just posted that video. So if you haven't seen my Bengals video either, go check it out. Go see what I was talking about, because, man, I was on the spot, man. I was on the spot. Like I always am, bro. That's why you got to be taking these bets to Vegas, man. Instead, we will just move on. Vikings, Bears, two teams in the NFC North who are awful. Awful. But the Bears are more awful, I believe. The Vikings got to have some pride left in them. They're still a more talented roster. But can the Bears piece two and get some momentum? Again, I'm not surprised either way. But all the Vikings losses have been not terrible losses to pretty decent teams. And they've been close-ish losses. So I'm going to give the Vikings this one. But again, I could see it going either way. Next up, we have the absolutely dominant 49ers, who just shut down any debates of who the top NFC team is last week beating the Cowboys, beating the piss out of the Cowboys. But they got the Browns this week, who are coming off a bye. But you give me the Niners. They're just, I probably won't pick against them all year because of, unless they have some injuries or give me a reason to. They're just too dominant. They're building momentum. It's insane. Pats, Raiders. Pats have looked horrible. Horrible. Right up there with the Panthers, the Broncos, the Bears. Again, they lost their identity. They have no receiving core that's any good. Mac Jones hasn't played well. The defense isn't much to talk about either, but it's better. The Raiders are good enough. They're not great, but they're good enough. They're probably going to put up 20 points, and the Patriots are probably going to put up, 10 at most. Lions, Bucks. Lions are hot, man. Still only one loss, and I think they're going to keep that rolling. They've just looked good. Bucks are coming off a bye week. Baker Mayfield's still that guy. They're bringing out the creamsicles this week, which I'm excited about. But the Lions have looked pretty good the past few weeks, especially on defense. So give me the Lions. I'm excited for them. Keep building that momentum. Keep going. And really take on the NFC by storm, which they have. Cards and Rams, NFC West battle. The Cardinals still aren't good. James Conner is now out, and he's been the main offensive focus for the Cardinals. With that being said, I think the Rams, they've looked good even in their losses. Take no farther look than last week against Philadelphia. Out of battle there. The Rams are just a decent team. I wouldn't say great, but a decent team. And the Cardinals are the Cardinals. So Eagles and Jets, we're going to take the Eagles on this one. The Jets still just haven't shown me enough on offense. I expect Zach to keep getting better each and every week. That defense has played really well as well. But the Eagles, man, they're just a unit. They are just a unit. And Jalen Hurts just put up his best game of the season. So keep that momentum building in Philadelphia. Even though they're a 5-0 team, it still feels like they're really putting it together now. We've got the Giants and Bills on Sunday Night Football. Who cares? The Giants suck. They can't score a touchdown on offense. Give me the Bills. Cowboys, Chargers. Cowboys got to bounce back from a horrific loss. I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to come back to reality. I think we're going to realize that Dak Prescott and that offense is not that great. They really have to find more receiving help. Michael Gallup has not been what he was a couple years ago. CeeDee Lamb is really trying to carry, and he just can't take all that. The Chargers are coming together. They're piecing it together. They're coming off a bye week. They're fresh. Cowboys, they have to step it up, and they never do when they have to step it up. So, for that reason, give me the Chargers. I'm excited to see what happens here. I think this could be another 10 correct, maybe even 11. Feeling pretty good about where we're at. I've had a lot of fun doing this. I hope you've been doing it along with me. Let me know how you've been doing. Let me know what games you are excited for. I gotta tell you my game of the week and my upset of the week real quick. Hold on. Man, I really don't have many games of the week or upsets of the week really to pick from here. I guess the upset of the week would probably be the Chargers and the Cowboys on Monday Night Football. I'm taking the Chargers. But my game of the week is probably also Cowboys and Chargers. So, should be fun. Those two teams are the best out there, or the best matchup, close-ish, right, in rankings. So, we'll take it. Should be another good week. I'm just excited to watch these teams that are doing well. They're really starting to separate themselves from the pack, and my predictions say that they're going to continue to build that momentum, but we'll find out. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe, like if you're new. Do it in the reverse order. I don't care. Love y'all.